Hi everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your lines to flow more effortlessly over chord changes. And one of the ways that we could work on this is to voice lead our scales, in this case, voice lead major pentatonic scales over a 1-4-5 progression. I want to help you get past a very common roadblock I see. A lot of players very comfortable ripping up and down their major pentatonic scales, but then when they're soloing and they're somewhere in the middle of the scale, not so comfortable moving into a new scale and being very confident about where that next note of the new scale is when the chord changes. And they have that tendency to want to pull back to one of those comfortable starting points, like the lowest or highest note. This kind of creates that hiccup or like systems buffering moment when somebody is soloing, and it makes it difficult to play lines that feel smooth and have connected phrases over chord changes. If you're looking for quick tips and cool licks, that's not what this lesson is. This lesson is for players that are looking to do a little bit of work for a big payoff. And if you feel like you're a bit on the fence, then I challenge you to do this lesson. I really do believe it's worth your time. I think the things I'm going to show you in here are going to help remove a lot of hesitation out of moving scales over changes for you and just help create more freedom and flow when you're playing over changes. Tab and notation for this lesson along with the backing track are free, and they're down below at the link in the description. Go grab those. You're going to want to follow along, and you're going to want those things to work on this stuff in your own time. Okay, let me show you this voice leading exercise. I'm going to be playing over 12-bar blues in the key of A. For each chord, the A, D, and E chord, I'm going to use a corresponding major pentatonic. A major pentatonic, D major pentatonic, E major pentatonic. And I'm going to be running up and down these scales without stopping, all while staying in one position. So if I'm ascending and the chord changes, I need to move into that new scale while I keep on ascending, finding the closest available note of that new scale so I don't have any skips or jumps and I create good voice leading. If I'm descending, chord changes, I need to change into that new scale while I maintain a descending line. Let me show you what I mean. Let's take 12-bar blues in A, and I'm going to use a triplet rhythm, and I'm going to play up and down without stopping, and then I'm going to show you how to do this with a much simpler rhythm. Now, does that make for a good solo? No, that's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to remove all hesitation and all doubt when you're moving lines around or playing scales over chord changes. So think of soloing as walking a path, and this exercise is helping you clear all the debris away from that path so you could freely go wherever you need to without any of those kind of hiccup moments in your playing. So let me show you some of the tools you're going to need to play this exercise. We're going to need to visualize 3 shapes all in one position. First off is our A chord. We're using an E-shaped A chord here in 5th position. We're going to be on that A chord or our 1 chord for 4 bars. Then our 4 chord is D. We're going to use an A-shaped D chord. We're on that for 2 bars. Back to A for 2 bars. Onto E for 2 bars using a C-shaped E chord. And then back to A for 2 bars. That makes 12. There's your 12-bar blues. Got to make sure that you know that form and you can count that form. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to attach a major pentatonic scale to each one of those shapes. So we're going to make sure that we could see and play a major pentatonic overlapping each one of these cage shapes. So for our E-shaped A chord, the closest A major pentatonic is going to be the one that starts on the root, and it perfectly overlaps this shape. See, that fits really nicely right over that shape. For our 4 chord, the D chord, we're going to use a D major pentatonic, and the one in this position is going to actually start on the same note A, but it's going to act like a 5. So we have 5, 6, root, 2, 3, 5, 6, root, 2, 3, 5, 6. So there's your D major pentatonic in this position. Then for the E chord, we're going to use an E major pentatonic, and the closest one in this position is the one that starts on the 3rd, the G sharp. So now we have 3 shapes, 1, 4, 5, 1, and we have 3 scales attached to those shapes for our 1 chord, for our 4 chord, for our 5 chord. All staying in that 1 position. So now let's get into the exercise. Let's pick a simple rhythm. I think this is going to be best to start with. So we're going to do quarter notes, and this is going to really help you keep track of the chord changes. And for a lot of you, it's going to really expose how well you really know a 12-bar blues and how well you could count this very simple progression. So I'm going to pick quarter notes, and I'm on that first chord for 4 bars. That means I have 4 bars of 4 quarter notes using the A major pentatonic scale. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with that. The band is going to move on to a D chord now. I need to move into a new scale. I need to use the D major pentatonic. So at this moment, I have to think, okay, what's the first available note I could play of the D major pentatonic to keep me descending? I really got to know that scale and know what's available to me on this string. On this string in the D major pentatonic scale, I have B and D, which means if I'm descending, the first available note is at B. And then I could descend 2 bars of quarter notes from there. Now that thought process I just did is slow at first. And I want you to take all the time you need to figure that out, because building strong neurological connections about this stuff is the name of the game. If you're just trying to memorize a pattern, you're completely working against the goal and the point of this lesson. We're trying to get our brains to work faster, not just our hands. So do this without a track at first, without a metronome. Don't try to do it in time. Stop, really think about it. It's a brain exercise. The quicker your brain works, the quicker you can think in a moment, and the faster you're going to be able to play things that you intend to play in that moment. All right, so B is my first available note, 2 bars of D, keep on descending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. That's it, I'm done. I'm ascending. I got 2 bars of A. Closest note I could play from the A major pentatonic is going to be the C sharp. Let's do 2 bars of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Next chord is E for 2 bars. I'm ascending. First available note is going to be that G sharp. 2 bars of quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Back to A for 2 bars, A major pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And I end up here on E. All right, let me play through that now without stopping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Now you might have noticed that we just did this playing up and down freely with these scales without any kind of stopping, any kind of hesitation over these changes. You might also notice that you could hear the progression even though there was no chords happening underneath. That's because each one of these scales works perfectly with the chord that we're playing over, and we're changing in time to line up with that 12-bar blues progression. The last thing you might notice is there's no way to really do this without really counting, really knowing the progression, really knowing all those scales, and actually being totally engaged with what you're doing. That's one of the things that makes this exercise so great. Now, you could get through this one time through with really thinking about it in the ways that I'm recommending and not trying to memorize a pattern, which defeats the goal in the first place, then that's a great accomplishment. Like, kudos to you. That's not easy to do, and it's slow going at first. So if you could do that, great. If you want to take this a step further, then you're going to want to keep going around that progression. So let's take this in 12-bar blues and let's go around another time, but pick up where we left off. So I left off on E here and I was ascending, which means the next note I'm going to play is the F sharp from the A major pentatonic scale. And that's going to be the beginning of my form, and I'm going to run the whole form again. So it was ascending, starting from this F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars of D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars of A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars of E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars of A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This time we ended up on C sharp, which means if we were to go around a third time, we would start on E. So every time you go around this progression, you're starting from a different point in the scale, which means there's no way you could really zone out. You can't just check out when you're doing this. You always have to be engaged in what you're doing. And again, that's why I love this exercise. It's a brain exercise. Now, if quarter notes are too easy for you, or it becomes too easy for you, try this with eighth notes, going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and running through the progression that way. Try it with triplets like I did in the example. Try it with sixteenths. You could try it with using different combinations of rhythms. You could also try using different scales like Mixolydian scales or country composite scales. And if you want to try this in all 5 positions on the neck, it will really change the way that you look at the guitar neck. And if you need help seeing all those 1, 4, 5 progressions with cage shapes all over the neck, seeing common scales and arpeggios overlap those shapes, then you're going to want to check out my course, Cage Connections. It's designed to give you all that foundational knowledge to be able to play this stuff all over the fretboard. It's on sale at the link down below. Go check it out. Not the easiest thing to do at first, not an instant gratification kind of tip or exercise, but I promise that this is going to help you so much with getting your scales to flow naturally over chord changes and not having your momentum derail just because the chord changed. So yes, I know, not instant gratification, but I think the payoff is big, and I honestly think everyone can do this exercise if you take the time. All right, be sure to grab the free tab, notation, and backing track down below so you could give this stuff a try. Keep in mind, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Let me know how you're doing with it in the comments down below. If you like this lesson and you want to support the channel, best way to do that is to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out one of these next lessons, and thanks for watching.